If your money system used to work, bills handled, spending under control, but lately something feels off, you're not imagining it. Most financial systems don't collapse overnight. They slowly drift off track without you noticing. Today I'll show you why that happens, and how to catch the problem before your finances quietly slide backward. The quiet shift nobody notices. Most people think financial trouble shows up in obvious ways. Something dramatic. Crisis you can point to. A moment when everything suddenly goes wrong. And sometimes it does. But that's rarely how stable finances begin to slip. More often, nothing dramatic happens at all. The system that once worked, the habits, the routines, the way money moved through your life, slowly drifts out of alignment. Not because you stop trying, but because life keeps changing while the system quietly stays the same. Systems are built for a moment in time. The system that helped you stabilize your finances probably came from a specific moment in your life. Think about it. Maybe when you were paying off debt. Maybe when you first started saving. Maybe when you were trying to stop living paycheck to paycheck. That time, the system worked perfectly. But as life evolved, the system didn't. The habits that solved yesterday's problems don't always solve today's. Because your situation has changed, but the system stayed the same. Income shifts. Fences change. Priorities evolve. And when the system doesn't adapt, stability quietly weakens. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your finances are technically under control, but something about your system doesn't feel as solid as it used to? If that's happening to you, keep watching because the next part explains the warning signs most people miss. The warning signs something is off. Tricky part is that system drift rarely feels dramatic. Instead, you notice small changes. Savings grows more slowly than it used to. Unexpected expenses feel harder to absorb. Bills that once felt manageable start creating tension again. Nothing looks like a crisis, but something quietly feels wrong. And that feeling is often the first signal that the system needs adjustment. And if you don't adjust the system early, stability slowly starts sliding backward. Why this happens to almost everyone? This happens to almost everyone who builds financial stability. 'Cause most financial systems are designed to solve one specific phase of life. Getting out of debt. Building an emergency fund. Learning how to control spending. But long-term financial calm requires something slightly different. Not a rigid system. A system that evolves as life changes. And this is the part most people never realize. 'Cause when a financial system starts drifting, still looks like it's working. But underneath the surface, things are already changing. The simple fix most people miss. The solution isn't starting over. And it isn't abandoning the habits that helped you succeed. It's simply stepping back and asking one question. Does my system still match my life and goals? Sometimes a small adjustment is all it takes. 'Cause change is normal. Your life will shift many times between being a student and eventually retiring. So it's unrealistic to expect one financial system to last forever. Sometimes the adjustment is simple. A shift in savings priorities, a new buffer for changing expenses, or a small update to how money flows each month. Small corrections protect stability before small problems grow. When good money systems slowly break, it doesn't mean the system failed. It usually means life changed, and the system didn't change with it. Financial calm isn't something you achieve once. Something you protect quietly over time. This is another step toward financial calm. But even when your system finally fits your life again, something else can still start pulling stability backward. And most people don't see it coming. Because the problem isn't the system anymore. Something else quietly building around it. That's what we'll uncover in the next video.